We're the Guild of Dungeoneering.
Welcome, everybody, to the Guild of Dungeoneering. I'm your host, the Birdman, known as Falcon. I was a little bit quiet there because that song is just so good. The music in this game is just very, very impressive. I always really enjoy it. In case you are not familiar with this, we have actually covered this in the past when it first hit Steam. And since then, there's been an expansion. I think it was Pirate's Cove, if I'm correct. And there was also a port over to tablets, mobile devices, so on and so forth. So, I've really enjoyed Guild of Dungeoneering the first time around. Really, really fun game. And recently, I caught wind that we had a new expansion coming out entitled Ice Cream Headaches. And I kind of was like, you know what? I really enjoyed playing this game back then. Let me give myself a reason to play it again. So here we are checking out the Ice Cream Headaches DLC. Without further ado, let's get into the game over here. It should be noted that I don't have my save files anymore from last time. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe PC cleaning, who knows. But my save files are gone. That's not really a big deal. What I wanted to point that out, though, was because that in case you want to go back to Guild of Dungeoneering yourself and you're thinking, oh, my save file is gone, never fear. As you can see down here, Ice Cream Shortcut. If you enable this right here, you'll be able to access a new DLC instantly. Now, you have to start off with level 1 characters all over again and build yourself up, but, you know, it kind of, I don't think it scales with you, but it does actually start off easier, so you can actually access the DLC, and once you feel like it's kicking your ass, you could probably go back somewhere else and level up as well. So just keep that in mind that the option is indeed there. Since my save file is gone, we'll definitely be checking that out. So let's go into slot number 2, I guess. I was taking a couple of cracks off camera to make sure I remember how to play, and I think the muscle memory was kicking back in. I won't give you an entire rundown on the game because I've done that before, but in case you are new, it's kind of like a roguelike meets a board game. Really, really fun game. Your dungeoneers, or dungeoneerers, whatever you want to call them, they will not be able to pay attention to you in a dungeon, or not really pay attention to you, but they run on automatic. And what you do is you build the dungeon around them, and they make the choices as to where they're going to be going towards, whether it's an enemy, whether it's a trap you set up for whatever reason, or whether it's a positive boost you set up for a reason, and they decide to either go there or not, just based on the AI alone. So it's a little bit of a roll in the dice, so it's very board-like in that regard. Over here we have the dungeon, the guild itself, which as you progress with the game, it grows bigger and bigger, you hire more people, etc., etc. Just a small little explanation, I suppose, after all. But what we want to do right now is go exploring here, so let's do that. I'm gonna shut up for the song.
It's so hot I could scream. You could scream. We all could scream. For ice cream.
It's just so good. I love the music in this game so much. And that also reminds me a little bit of Violator from Spawn. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. Anyway, it's a heat wave. This is awful. I'm sitting here in a puddle of my own sweat. At least I hope it's sweat. There's more than a hint of morgue in the air. Some older townsfolk are keeling over from exhaustion and dehydration. Fire demons are running rampant in the outer villages. Worst of all, I can't even get my favorite ice cream. It's so unfair. Why does everything bad happen to me? The ice cream monks are apparently having some troubles of their own. If I'm gonna get my super cherry bubblegum double scoop, I better send a chump to see what's going on. Okay. And those chumps are indeed our dungeoneers because we're the leader of the guild over here, essentially. And here is going to be the very first area of the DLC expansion. Let's go in here. And let's see, we have Pocket Money as our very first quest. We have Marcia the Bruiser, Camor the Mime, or Chamor, and Amado the Chump. I think we'll go with Bruiser for this one. It might give us a better chance at winning. As I mentioned, I don't think the first quest is too difficult, but it can give you a bit of problems if you're not ready for it, so you might want to go and level up elsewhere first. Who knows? It's basically your call, how comfortable you feel with the game itself. Also, how the RNG treats you as well. Everyone knows the monks mix the best stuff, but it costs an arm and a leg. Actually, that would be easy for us. It costs serious cash. Go gather some. So we need to collect 3 massive gems in this area. So we have one here, another one here. Actually, we have 4 of them, so we have different options to kind of undertake over here. And this enemy is a gelato cube, really? 8 HP. Over here we have, who is that, like a woolly mammoth? It's a pygmy mammoth. And over here we have an elk. 10 HP, huh? And the very first one's going to be a mountain goat. Irritable 3, Alpine 3, and Pickpocket 2. Okay. So, right off the bat, we have random cards to choose from. And here's where you set up a random card which you want your Dungeoneer to kind of deal with. Normally, if you want to give them enemies, it's because you want to level up your guys and also acquire some loot to better arm yourself for future runs and stuff like that. So you definitely do want to level them up. And then you also have these cards which will essentially fill up the puzzle, as you can see over here, like where you want to travel to. So, at the moment, what I want to do here is... I think... Oh, Elk, you're at 10, huh? Pygmy is at 7. Gelato is at 8. This Elk over here worries me with his 10 HP, so we might actually just go straight up over here at the Mammoth. So, I could play up to 3 cards per turn. So, let's go ahead and do a corridor straight up to the Mammoth over here. And we also have the Runes of Fate. Defeat a monster on this rune to gain favor with the Fates. So, if I set this up and then put a monster on it, we will get some favor, it does seem, huh? Okay. We could consider doing that now, I suppose. So we'll place that right there, and if we put a monster here, we get some favor as well. And there's also one down here. Rune of Fates. Defeat a monster on this rune to gain favor with the Fates. What are the Fates, you're asking? I don't quite recall properly. I apologize, it's been a while. It has to do with this up here, though, favor. Oh, so 1 favor, draw a card in battle. 2 favor, burn a bruiser card. And 3, discard monster's current card. Oh, okay. Well, there you guys have the answer. What is Fate's favor? Up here. Okay, that could be pretty useful for down the line. Here we have a Brainchild, 5 HP. That's not too difficult for me. So let's get involved with a fight here, and maybe get some favor with the Fates. No offense, but Brainchildren is, well, ugly, isn't it? Okay, and that's our turn. And then after your cards have been dealt with, or you end your turn prematurely, the turn takes place, and your Dungeoneer, as I mentioned, walks wherever it's going to walk on its own. And right now, since there's only one path to take, that's the path it took. So, here's our fight with the Brainchild. At the moment, it's using Anger, which is going to damage us by 1. And it's also going to hurt itself doing this attack, as you can see by -1 heart. Luckily for us, I do have a You Trying Something card, which gives us 2 block to physical attack. So if I put this down, he loses 1 HP from his own attack, and he also takes another extra bit of damage from our spiky trait. So let's go ahead and do that one instead. If you would allow me to do that. There you go. So he hurt himself from his own attack, and then he hurt himself from spiky. You gotta kind of think ahead over here, use your cards properly, but if you do that, you have some pretty good success, even with the RNG playing, sometimes against your favor as well. So over here we have, let's see, he's gonna be using Pick a Card. If successful, it's gonna draw Smarts 3. Well, that's not, oh, actually it is an attack. It's gonna be 1 magic damage, confuse enemy, hand face down next round. So a magic attack, which I don't believe we're going to be able to block because we have no shield, magic shields up here. So let's just go ahead. He's not blocking himself, so let's just go with an Oi attack and do a little bit of damage ourselves. And we're going to be confused for 1 round, as we mentioned. And now our cards will be face down, so we have no idea what we're playing this time around. And now he's using a Brain Fart, which is going to be 1 magical attack against us as well. Let's go with this card here, which is an unblockable physical attack, which is fine. And we should be fine now. There we go. Now, he's going in for a headbutt for 2 damage against us, but he's going to kill himself in the process. Luckily for us, we do have enough hearts to sustain the attack and not get killed. So, what I like to do here is just, well, it doesn't really matter, we've essentially won at this point. But just in case, let me throw a shield, just in case. Now, it is possible that both of you guys kill each other at the same time, and that would be the end of your run, so keep that in mind. If you feel like you're about to knock each other out, use a blocking card. So here we won, we got some loot and probably get some experience and some levels as well. Here we have a body part for equipment. We have a shirt, which apparently gives us 1 physical damage, quick, draw a card. We have a fork, which is going to be a weapon if I'm right. And it also gives us slice, which is going to be a 2 damage card, physical. And then we have a shield, which is a wooden board, gives us 3 physical blocks. Okay. I'm going to go with some more damage, maybe? Let's go with some more damage, so we'll go with a fork here. And that'll be automatically equipped onto our character, and now we have an extra card in our deck for combats down the line. Alrighty, and that was the end of our first round, and as you can see, we have 1 favor now, which we could actually call in, draw a card in battle if we want to. And over here is going to be our very first massive gem for this level, and we can put down some more cards if we want to here at the moment as well, so we could. Oh, we lost the other Brainchild, now we have an Elk. I'd rather not fight this elk over here, so I'm going to go ahead and skip that. We have a mysterious fountain. Could be magical. Let's drink up and find out. So the mysterious fountains are random, as you could probably imagine. It could give you a benefit, or it could also hinder your progress as well. And we can place that right here, and we will. So after we're done with this fight, Fountain of Clairvoyance. Monster gains predictable next fight. Well, I guess we can just put down this corridor up here. Why not? End our turn. Now we have to come up to this legitimate first fight for our quest. Marsha up against the mountain goat. Oh, we did level up as well. We have now 6 hearts as opposed to 5, it does seem. Alright, so first attack from the mountain goat is going to be a glacier attack, which is going to be 2 physical. If it's successful, it's also going to freeze enemy hand next round. Luckily for us, we do have trying something, which is 2 shield block for physical. And he'll hurt himself because of our spiky trait. And he doesn't freeze our hand for the next round. It worked out pretty well, huh? Yeah. Okay, so now he's using a headbutt. He will hurt himself for 2 damage against us. I guess we'll put down another shield here momentarily. Bring that down to 1 damage, but he'll hurt himself twice because of our spiky trait. Excellent. Now he's using Yoink, which is, blocking. But if he blocks, or at least per block, he will steal an enemy card. How about that? Well, I guess we'll go with the slice. It'll give at least 1 damage to us. Or against him, anyway. But he did steal a card. And now he will kill himself with anger. So all we really gotta do is just throw down whatever. And this fighter's ours. We get our first massive gem. So, this will be another weapon, which we already have one. I mean, we could pick this up if we want to. But let's go ahead and fill ourselves up. Here we have a straight jacket for our body, which will give us a straight up 1+ heart and healing when it comes to combat. And we have a pigeon nest, which is going to be a magical attack, which I want to say we should get because this also heals us by 1 heart. So I think it's a really good card to have here. And now we have a little pigeon hat on our head. I love it. Alrighty. Next round it is. So over here we have another favor with the fates if we want to go down that way. Or we could come over here and trigger this Fountain of Clairvoyance. And I guess we... Actually, no. It's only if he... Yeah, I forget. I keep forgetting that the AI moves by itself, even though I already mentioned that plenty times before. You know what, man? Don't even judge me. I have a terrible memory. Sense of direction. Sense of life. Just sense of a lot of bad things. Just very, very bad. So right now we have a straight up shot up to the Pygmy Mammoth with 7 hearts. Well, that could pose a problem. And the only problem is that we only have elk fights next, which is going to be 10 HP. I think I'd just rather deal with the mammoth instead. Yeah. So I hope we're ready for this one. Let's see about Mystery Fountain. We could do Mystery Fountain right there, which will let us up to the Gelato Cube, and we have another yellow fountain. Hero gains 1 HP per damage blocked next fight. Alrighty, so let's go ahead, and I guess we'll probably end our turn here, right? Let's see. That one fit anywhere. We have another mysterious fountain. Down to this side. Let's see what this one actually rolls for us. Red. Not good. Fountain of Blindness. Monsters gain can conceal next fight. Okay, so hopefully our dude doesn't decide to go over there. And I guess that's pretty much it for us right now. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Where are you going, buddy? Straight up to the mammoth? Nope. You went up to a place in between, huh? Well, we have a couple of fights now with Poindexter. Irritable 3, Sorcery 1, Smarts 4, Wandering. Bullied for having a nose! Oh, what a poor fella being bullied for that. And we have a Mountain Walrus at 6. I would love to fight this Walrus before that Pygmy for another level, but I don't see it happening. So let's go ahead and just put down Walrus for a future fight. And do we want to fight Poindexter? I'll skip it for now. We have a corridor here as well. I guess we could probably place you up here, sure. Or maybe Poindexter thereafter. Why not? And here's our next fight for the massive gem. What do we got? Thin Air. Physical attack. If successful, the enemy discards a card. And unfortunately for us, we have no shield to block physical attack this time around. Only magical shields, which is not going to do what we're looking for. So I guess we'll just go ahead and exchange attacks with Oi! Now remember, he's got more HP than we do, so we have to definitely start blocking a bit. That's not gonna block. Well, I was happy that we saw Rekindle here, because we could heal up another bit of HP, but he's got a magical shield for this card over here. Can I use you right now? Draw a card in battle. I can. I guess we could use this right now, and so we could maybe draw a card that could help us out, or do we just go with the how do you like this and just play our card that way? I mean, I gotta start blocking some attacks for sure, but I guess we'll just go with this one here for now. Alrighty. We're not looking good. But Rekindle is still there, and we could block his attack right now. So I think what we do is, you know what, I think at this point we do definitely use the draw a card in battle. I was hoping to get a 1 shield card, so he could just block his attack and he'll hurt himself. So now what we have to do is probably use the 2 physical shield. He'll hurt himself with the spiky trait, and then we'll be at an even 4-4. And I still have a Rekindle card, which will give us 1 HP back whenever I want to use that. I could use that now, but I'd rather have him just hurt himself with spiky. So we'll drop the shield. He'll hurt himself. I don't like using a 2 shield card for only a 1 physical attack, but what can you do? And here he's doing a 2 damage attack on us. And of course we have no shield at all for magic. And he's gonna freeze our cards as well. Our hand anyway. Man, what a bummer. I guess we use Rekindle now. Okay, so we're at 3-3 still. Our cards are frozen. Fortunately, we did get Slice, which will put us up by 1. It's still going to come down to the very last card, though. So we use that for now. We're going to have the lead by 1, but we can still very much lose. Oh, we're toast. We're toast, are we? Actually, I think if we use Rekindle, we win. He'll be doing 2 damage to us right now, which would knock us out. However, we also have 1 HP back from that attack. If we do this here, we block 1 attack. Oh, wait, we can just do this one. He's going for 2 damage, we block 1. Yeah, we win with this one here. Right? Am I correct? I think I'm correct. Don't second guess yourself, Falcon, you got this shit. Bada bing, bada boom, just barely won. That was a scary fight. Probably the reason why you don't want to jump right into this dungeon right off the bat, but hey, I wanted to show it off to you guys anyway. We got a Tattered Mail, which will be a body card. I don't think we have that just yet. Another weapon, which will give us 2 different cards, not a bad one. And we have a club, which is going to be also 2 cards as well. Give us Bash and Restore. That could be very useful. 2 healing to us if we get our magical attack in there. And what is Tattered Mail? 3 defense, and that card, which is terrible. Terrible card. I guess we'll go with the club. We'll upgrade our fork to a club, which will give us some pretty decent cards. Oh! Look at that! Poindexter right coming at us, huh? Okay. Well, I guess we'll do this final. We'll probably start wrapping it up here, guys. It's a one-shot after. I just wanted to give you guys an idea. Hey, the game is has a DLC here. Headbutt will hurt himself, and we could block his attack, so he'll hurt himself by 2 points right here. He's down to 6, and we are at 7, so we have a pretty good lead. Hey, look at that. We have our club card being in the play already, which will give us 2 healing. I don't want to use that now just yet, so I think we'll just go in for... How do you like this? Now you don't like it at all, do you, Poindexter with the nose? Now he's going for 2 magic. Oh, he's going to heal himself with Dark Strike. What about that, huh? Well, I guess this is the perfect time to use Restore now. So, I'll get some HP back at the very least. Okay. We kind of broke even in a sense there. Now he's going for 2 magic. Oh, this guy is kind of a tougher fight for our Brute, because we don't have too many magic shields, and he's going just straight up magic at us, it does seem. I could Rekindle and get 1 HP back as well. I guess we'll probably go ahead and do that now. It's like one of those fights that is kind of like a battle of attrition here. Pick a card. Let's see. You're going to go with magic again. Oh, and of course I can't see my cards because of the effect of his card. Alrighty. Confused. Oh. We're not going to block the attack, but at least we got some damage in there. That's fine. I'm confused for 2 rounds, you're saying. Oh, Jesus. That could be problematic. Ooh. Okay. Coming down to the wire again. Oh, he's gonna kill himself with anger now, so all we gotta do is just block, and we won. But there you guys have it. This is Ice Cream Headaches. Really fun game, and if you haven't played this in a while, it might give you an incentive to come back and play Guild of Dungeoneering. Really fun game overall. I guess we'll just pick up the Shimmering Cloak, because I guess we could probably use some magical attacks as well. Yeah! Got a nest, got a club, and we got a Shimmering Cloak. How about that? I hope you guys enjoyed it. All the information will be down below. This comes out on the 27th, when this video should be going live. So by the time you see this video, the game should be available, or the DLC will be available then on Steam and some other platforms, I guess. I will catch you next time.